Greetings, everyone. And while I was creating the video, or rather, while I was creating the HyperDoc, it came time to where I was going to build the menu. And I thought, I need a video for this, so why not just record myself making the menu? And then I would just kind of talk about it while I was doing it. Now, a menu includes links, things that you can click on, and you would be able to navigate through the project, right? Okay. But there's a problem, and that objects, graphic objects that you bring in, do not have a link ability. So you can click on it, and there's nowhere where you can link anything. You'll notice it's not up here either. So there's a way around this, and it's something that I learned a long time ago when I used PowerPoint to deliver stuff that kids would work on. And it involves making a shape. Let's just take a square, for example. And we're just going to make the square over on top of this graphic. Now we want to make sure that this covers the entire thing, or at least the vast majority of it. But you're like, hey, Tori, it's covered. You can't see it. And I said, yeah, that is true. But we can change some things. First off, I'm going to change the outside line to transparent so it can't be seen. So now it just looks like a box, but with no border. And so maybe some of you know where I'm going here. But if we go to fill and transparent, now it's see-through. This creates what's called a hotspot. And in video game terminology, it's called the hitbox. So if anything were to come into contact with this area, now you'll notice that if I click on this, guess what comes up? The link, right? So what I want to do is I want to take this and I want to navigate it to the next slide. So here's where I am now. I want to go here to slide number 9. So I'm going to click on the selected transparent hitbox area, and then I want to paste in somewhere in this presentation. I want to go to slide. Nope, I don't want to go there. So I'm going to click on that. Oh, I'm going to scroll down. Here we go. Slide number 9, apply. Now that goes to slide number 9. Now, keep in mind that I'm going to have a menu over here that does the same thing on every other slide. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to go to this area here where I'm building a menu that goes to all the slides, at least the slides in this section. I just waved my hand at the screen, thinking you could see my hand. Okay. So I'm going to paste that box in right here, and I'm going to drag it over here because this is the docs versus slides, right? So that's this icon right there. And I'm going to stretch it out to make sure it covers the whole thing. And now I've made a hotspot that will take me to this slide. Now, this slide, you don't need to navigate to yourself. I mean, probably don't have to do that. I probably don't even have to have a hitbox on here. So actually, what I think I may do here, as I'm thinking about this, is I'm going to go here, and I'm going to edit the link. And let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I duplicated it. I guess I didn't want to do that. Here, hold on. I'm going to delete that. There it is again. And let's go back a few steps. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Okay, so let's try this again. So we're going to drag this down here, have it copy and cover that icon. There we go. The pencil edits the link. So I'm going to click off that. Slides in this presentation, and the next presentation slide is number 10, I believe. There we go. So apply. Now that's great because that will always then go to that slide, which is cool. And now, because that's already programmed, I'm going to copy that, go back to the original, paste, and so if you hit anywhere on here, it will take you to that slide as well, which is kind of cool. So now that's got a hitbox, and so let's do this up right here. So what we just did is 10, so now 11. So let's copy and paste that because we don't really need to keep making that box over and over and over again. We'll just edit it, cancel that, slides in this presentation, and we're going to slide 11. That's awesome. And so now we're going to paste again. Oh, actually here, let's do this. Let's just take that because we already made the link. No sense doing this twice. Copy go back to this one, and then I'm going to put right here on top of that guy, and I'm going to kind of customize it so that it sits right on top. Okay, awesome. So let's go back here, and we're going to copy and paste and cover this guy, and then we're going to edit, not that slide, and so we're going to go slides in this presentation. I think we're now on slide, what, 12? Slide 12, embedded media. Awesome. Apply. So now we'll take that, copy it, dun, 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 paste it, and there we go. So now this is covered. So I'm going to stretch this out just a tad. So the hitbox covers the icon completely. Awesome. Okay, and so now we're going to copy paste, and we're going to cover that and then edit. What slide are we on now? Slide 13, I think. This is need a menu. Yep. Okay. So there we go. Apply. Now I'm going to copy this one, go over here, paste, and go here. Cover that guy. Stretch it out just a tad. Awesome. And I keep saying awesome, but I really think it's awesome. And now we're going to copy and paste and cover this guy. And edit, change, and I think we're now on, there we go, slide 14, apply, and then copy, and then we're going to go back over to this menu. We're almost done with it. So copy and what do we got here? Paste, there we go. And we're going to cover the hit space on that one. Okay, now the main menu is the page at the very beginning. So I'm going to repaste that hitbox over this one here, and I'm going to edit the link. I'm going to go back to the original slide, which was, let's see, here we go. I think it's slide 8. And then I need to have a hitbox for zone 4. So when you're done with all of this and you've seen all of the guided material that teaches you how to do this stuff, edit, change, and then I think the beginning of slide, where is it? Text, how did I do it? Nope, that's not it. You need to go to, where was it? Future projects. I don't think I gave it a title yet, but technically this is where it would start. So we'll apply that. Okay, so all of these should have a navigated destination. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, and now I'm going to, was supposed to have copied it. Let's go here. Oh, you know what? One other thing I thought might be interesting is it if, just so that people know, and this is a user interface thing, it's not necessary, but I kind of like to do it. When you're on a slide, let's see, I need a color. Let's say here, let's see yellow, see how that works. Okay, so because I'm on the docs versus slide menu, that's illuminated. Makes sense, right? Okay, so let's go, and there we go, selected everything. Now I'm going to copy, and go, I'm going to go here, and so I'm going to take that placeholder out and try not to delete my background. So I'm going to hold shift and deselect it. There we go. So now just my menu is selected. And when I paste it, it should paste it exactly in the same place where I copied it from. So there's the menu again. And so now we're going to select in the background. Yep. Okay. So we've just got this. Delete that and paste. And do this again. But it selected the background, so I'm going to deselect that and then delete and paste. And delete, paste, and oops. Go that. I think I selected the background too, so let's delete that. Hello. Okay, so I guess I did not select the background. And all I gotta do is delete that and then paste, and it looks like we're good. So that's pretty nifty. Now, if I felt that in some time later I needed to be able to create links to other parts, I could. But this section here is designed for the user to be able to flip back and forth as needed. It's non-linear. So none of these are step 1, step 2, step 3. They're all kind of talk about unique elements of HyperDocs independently. Now, if I want to get really crazy about this, and I could, and I probably will, so I can change that back to white or whatever it was from before, and I'm going to change this to the active color, which was yellow, I think. Oh, hello. I just changed my hitbox. So let's take the hitbox off. And ooh, that just reminds me. On all of the other menus, we need to make sure we have a way to navigate back to slide 9. Okay, no problem. So let's go and reprogram that and say slide 9. Now keep in mind the others don't have that either. So let's just real simply go back and we're going to go to the other ones and we'll change this color back to white. And we're going to paste that on top. See, easy. And then change this to white. And then paste. So I'm taking advantage of the copy paste here to save myself some time so that I don't constantly have to reprogram stuff. And there's probably even quicker ways to do it than what I'm doing right now. So I just got one more to do. Here, there, and then paste. This is the how did I do it part, so I can delete that and then change it to the active color. Oops, I don't think that was the active color. There we go, that's the active color. So we'll go back up here and then this was the active colors or the active slide. So let's change this guy to the active color. And this one was embed media, so here we go. And let's change that one. Where'd my, oh, I have to select it. There we go. And then change active color and text with video. Okay, so get that one. And then active color. Okay, let's try that again. Huh, what's going on there? Oh, because it's grouped. So I'm going to ungroup it. Yeah, interesting. I'm going to put this guy back in here, delete that, because I don't need that background. That's kind of silly. And it just needs to go away now. Ah, yes. So now we can change it to the active color. Now I think we've already done the next one. Oh, nope, maybe not. Is this one grouped? Ungroup. Okay, well, let's change that to the active color. So now every time we go to a slide, the one that's yellow is the one that we're on. And it also doesn't have a link on top of it, so they can't navigate to the place they're already at. Okay, yeah, seems pretty good. All right. So I think that about does it. Feel free to ask questions. I mean, because I probably ran into things or didn't cover every possibility, but this is where the try and try again and ask questions comes in handy. So thank you, and let me know how it goes.